When we think about going to Mars, what's the first thing that pops into your head? It's probably these giant rockets, right? The epic journey through space, maybe a rover kicking up some red dust. But today, we're going to focus on something different. We're talking about the unsung hero of that entire mission, the one piece of tech that could literally make or break our future as a multiplanetary species, and it never even leaves the ground. This is the story of the launch pad, and why it might just be more important than the rocket itself.
And it's true, isn't it? The rocket is the star of the show. It's this incredible symbol of power and progress and our ambition to reach for the stars. All the glamour, all the attention, it's all pointed up. We celebrate the vehicle, but we totally forget what it's standing on. And this is the question that changes everything. What if the biggest thing holding us back from Mars isn't about building a bigger engine, but about the thing that rocket has to launch from? What if the real final frontier is the foundation?
So let's dive into this. We're going to completely shift our focus. We're going to look away from the vehicle out in space and look down at the system that has to somehow withstand all of that incredible power right here on Earth. The entire dream of having a permanent city on Mars, it all hinges on one thing: our ability to launch and then launch again and again, really, really quickly and reliably. And that means the ground systems, they're not just some prep work, they are a core, critical part of the mission. If the pad can't keep up, well, Mars just stays a dream. So what is the actual problem with our current launch pads? I mean, they work, right? Why can't we just keep using what we've got? Well, let's get right to the heart of what's holding us back.
For decades, the whole conversation has been about more thrust, more powerful engines. But it turns out we've kind of been looking in the wrong place. The real challenge isn't just about generating the power to go up. It's about surviving the absolute violence of that launch over and over and over again. And this list, man, this lays out the real enemies of a fast launch schedule. We are talking about heat that can literally vaporize steel, shockwaves that can crack concrete from miles away, and acoustic energy, sound waves, so powerful they become a physical force of destruction. Now, the old pads were built to survive this, maybe once in a while. But when you want to launch constantly, that survival turns into a slow, guaranteed destruction, which means tons of downtime for repairs. So here's the fundamental mismatch. On the left, you've got these legacy pads. They were designed for just a few huge monumental missions every year. But on the right, you have the dream for Mars. And that's not a mission, it's a logistics network. It's a spaceport with ships leaving constantly, maybe even every single day. You just can't run a modern international airport on a runway that was designed for the Wright brothers. It's the exact same problem. So, okay, if the old way is broken, what's the solution? This is where the thinking gets really, really cool. It's all about completely reframing what a launch pad even is. Just listen to those words: active, survivable machine. This is not a passive chunk of concrete anymore. It's a dynamic system. It's kind of like the suspension on a Formula One car. It's not just built to be strong, it's designed to actively absorb and manage these insane forces, to keep the whole system intact and ready to go again, like instantly. And this slide just puts it all together perfectly. On the left, you've got disposable infrastructure. It takes the hit, it breaks, you have to fix it. That means downtime, lots of it. On the right, you have a permanent machine. It expects the forces, it manages them, and it's immediately ready for the next one. This shift from damage and repair to manage and reuse, that is everything. And once you make that change, the benefits just start to cascade. You get rid of the downtime, which means you can launch way more often. You designed a system to handle the forces, not just barely survive them, and suddenly the whole thing is a lot safer. And all of that leads to the holy grail: true, rapid, full reusability at a massive scale.
Okay, so let's tie this incredible piece of engineering back to that huge vision we started with. How does a better launch pad actually get us to Mars? I love this quote because it just elevates the entire idea. This is not just a slightly better design. It is the fundamental difference between planting a flag on Mars and actually building a city there. It's like building the ports and the highways that allow a new continent to be settled. It's the piece you have to have.
I mean, it makes sense, right? You can't put a jet engine in a horse-drawn buggy and expect to go anywhere fast. As our rockets get more and more powerful, more reusable, the ground systems have to evolve right alongside them. One can't get ahead of the other if you actually want a sustainable supply chain to another planet.
And that's really what's at stake here. Without solving this problem on the ground, all the amazing progress we're making in rocketry, it just won't be enough. The dream of becoming a multiplanetary species stays just that, a beautiful idea, but theoretical.
the path to Mars is literally paved, or I guess built, right here on Earth. And this is the final word on it. Once a system like this is proven to work, a launch pad that operates more like an airport terminal than a one-time use fireworks stand, there is simply no going back. It completely changes the economics, the logistics, and the very idea of what's possible in space travel. So, that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? We just saw how this boring launch pad is actually the key to our future in space. And it makes you wonder, what other seemingly mundane, overlooked pieces of infrastructure in our energy grids, our data networks, you name it, are quietly holding the key to the next great leap for all of us?